Hello everyone, this is 1 Year On. I'm Alison and following on from episode 41. Today's episode is a review of the Peak Brain Training app. I'm going to walk through the problem solving category today. Remember, the games range from beginner, novice to graduate, expert, master to grandmaster and legend. The first game is called Connect Them Up. This game helps train your logic, planning and sustaining attention skills. It's like 4 in a row, connect 4. You are playing the circles and you need to lay one circle. The robot plays against you as triangles. I'm currently at master level in this game. To rank up, I have to win 25 games of Connect Them Up within 10 rounds. I've gotten 18 of the 25 achieved. It's quick fire. That's what interests me, as the bonuses decrease if you take too long to play your next move. The next game is called Low Pop. This helps train your skills in quantitative reasoning, planning. In it, you are presented with interlinking tiles and you have to tap them as lowest number to highest number. Watch out when they include negative numbers in the mix. It's harder than it looks. I've reached graduate level on this game, and to advance next to the expert level, the objective I have to attain is scoring above 4,880 twice in a row. My highest score is 4,300. It's going to be a bit until I advance in this game. The next game is called Moving Maths. This game trains your quantitative reasoning, arithmetic and planning. You have to touch and draft the numbers or operators into the slots to complete the sum. A small green square is for numbers and orange is for operators. Complete as many equations as you can before the sum moves off the screen. I'm at the expert level and not as good as I should be at mental maths. To level up, I need to complete 20 games without making a mistake. I've only reached 10 games without making a mistake. It's going to be a long time before I level up in this game. The next game is called Pixel Logic. This game trains logic, planning and your working memory. You have to paint tiles by touching grid spaces. The numbers tell you how many adjacent tiles to paint in each row or column. Marking the tiles in that should be left blank to complete the puzzle makes it easier to work out the correct tiles to paint. So marking of the tiles coloured in on each axis. Multiple numbers mean there are groups of tiles separated by one or more empty spaces. You should never need to guess because it's purely based on logic. There is a hint button which will unearth one clue each towards solving the puzzle, although it costs you in points. I really enjoyed this game, although it's frustratingly hard to sometimes work out the logic. I've played this game a lot and have reached master level, and I've got one objective left to advance to the grandmaster level. I've got to score above 18,080 twice in a row. My top score is 18,370, so I should be able to do it. This is the game I'm focusing on at the moment. As I was preparing this episode, I played Pixel Logic and only got 17,130, although the game tells me I took the average time of 72.8 seconds to solve each puzzle, where other players were averaging 110 seconds. I'm supposedly doing better than 87% of users at this rank. I don't even know how I can play any faster, because that's the only way I can get more points. The next game is called Puzzle Box. It helps train your logic, visualization and planning. On the screen there are blocks of specific shapes all piled up on one another. You've got to match the target picture on the top of the screen. By tapping the blocks, you don't need to remove them. If you tap the wrong box and therefore being unable to create the target picture, you automatically lose. I've reached expert level with one more objective to rank up, that being to score above 32,890 points twice in a row. My top score is 34,300. This game is really hard to do quickly, and that's how you get the higher scores. The next game is called Castle Block. It's really good and I've enjoyed playing it a lot. It trains your logic, visualisation and planning skills. You have differently shaped pieces, all bits of a castle complex, and your job is to make them fit the grid at the top. You drag all the pieces into place. It's infuriatingly difficult, and you get addicted to this one. I've managed to reach the master level, with one more objective to achieve to advance to grandmaster level. That is to score 19,650 points twice in a row. My best score so far is 20,460, so I sure can do this, but haven't yet. The next game is Earth Defence. It's a hand-eye coordination game. It utilises your planning and response control skills. You are governor of Australia and sitting somewhere outside the Earth's atmosphere looking down. Earth is being bombarded with meteors and it's your job to protect it. You can deploy mines to intercept the meteors. The mines increase in size the longer they are in position and will score more points. A meteor with a green cross in it is a health thing coming, so you shouldn't knock them out. The one thing that they don't tell you is that you can't lay mines willy-nilly. You can only lay mines in a certain time span, like one every 5 seconds, for example. When you are being bombarded, you need to lay more, and you can't. Also, if you lay mines too early, they disintegrate before the meteors arrive. It's a fun and infuriating game, and I love it. The next game is called Square Numbers. It trains your quantitative reasoning, arithmetic and working memory skills. You have a target number at the top you're presented with. Squares containing numbers, and you have got to tap the squares which add up to this target number. It's deceptively hard, and the mental maths is not my strong point. It's harder than it looks when you are on the clock and you don't want to make a mistake. I'm still at novice level with this game, and to advance to the graduate level you need to score above 26,680 2 games in a row. I've reached 30,515 as my top score, and you think I can get to 26,680 twice in a row? It's a real challenge. The game called Slider tests and trains your working memory, your logic and planning skills. Your task is to create a path between the 2 points in the puzzle. And you need to move with as many few slide puzzle bits as possible, as quickly as possible. It's so hard. I love this one. I've reached expert level so far, and to advance to the master level I have to score above 8,250 twice in a row. It's taking its time for me to achieve this. The game called Size Counts is pure arithmetic. I'm competent at it, but not quickly, and not as quickly as I would have been before the stroke. You have 2 sums above each other, and your task is to choose which sum is creating the larger number. I need to do better at this one, as I'm only at the graduate rank. My best score is 7,670, and I need to satisfy 2 objectives still in the game, that being complete 2 games of size counts with no mistakes. I've only completed 1. And as I say, I'm not very good at it. Also, the next objective is score above 5,400 points twice in a row. My high score is 7,670, but I can't do it consistently with 2 games in a row. And the last game is called Matcha Madness. It's a brand new game, and playing it won't affect my peak brain score just now. It's been designed to train your logic, planning and working memory skills. You find and tap pairs of the same shape in the boxes. You keep going until you clear the board. Finding multiple matches gets you higher rewards. High speeds earn higher scores. I've only played this game a couple of times, and as it's brand new to peak, and I'm classed as the beginner level. There is one objective I haven't achieved yet, and that's to score above 1,300. My best score so far is 1,109. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back next time to talk about the memory games in the Peak app. Thank you.